Good morning. I almost said good morning, Vietnam, which I could never do, like Robin Williams. I'll be right back. Let you guys pop on. Sorry, I had to go pee and brush my teeth, but I don't even know why I brushed my teeth because I'm drinking coffee. Yeah, early. But let me take my medicine. That I should have took an hour ago. All right. This is going to be early birds. All right. I'm going to set my alarm. Good morning. So I went to bed last night and I don't think I went to bed until like just seen a deer eating grass next to us. Cool beans. Oh, my alarm. It didn't fall asleep till like, I don't know, it was finally like 12:30 and I'm like, Court, you gotta go to bed. And then I stayed in bed kinda awake. And what kept coming to me was 1920s. Well, what kept coming to me was extra, read all about it, like news flashes. And that doesn't, like, that's happened before with like the whole era in that situation with like the newspapers. But like it was also, at the same time, good morning. At the same time, it was talking like the prohibition came in my head. But I mean, the 1920s, I mean, there was so much going down. I just thought World War One, but wasn't that 1913, 1914? I don't know how long that lasted. And then the Vietnam War just came to me actually. So that started in the 50s. It's like a 10-year thing, right? So the extra extra, right? It's like the 1920s, it was like a breakthrough with certain stuff. It was I almost just said communism, but that was the Vietnam War. But with the 20s, I'm talking prohibition. I mean, there was liquor sales, there was evolution, it was sexual stuff going on. Like the world was evolving. I mean, jeez. I mean, let me look, but I want to say like 1920s. Like, what was the main things going down in the 20s? What was the main things going down in the tub? Is what came in. What was the main things going down in 1920? I mean, so much. When World War One pandemic slump ended, so it ended in the 20s. 5 major historical events. There was a world terrorist attack. Women gained the right to vote. Damn, I just got the goosebumps. I didn't know that. The Constitution was amended. Musicians, Amelia Earhart. Oh, I loved her. So, but it was a very historical time. You know what I mean? So whatever's going down now is a big deal, right? Because 1920s, what's it known for? Jazz. I like jazz too. The jazz crossed my mind last night too. That's funny. I was seeing if like anything like popped. So the Great Depression, World War One, World War Two, Pearl Harbor, John F. Kennedy. Oh, I was also pulled to Ford. What was his first name? I was pulled to Ford. Damn, what was his first name? The stock market crashed. Yeah. What was his first name? Henry Ford? I was pulled to him last night too. Was that 1920? No. No, that was 18. What? Henry Ford. Why did it pull me to Kaz? It pulled me to Kaz last night. He was born 1863, died in 1947. I thought I was being pulled to. I was poor. Yeah, I was. So I was pulled to everything that was going down in the early 1900s. Okay. So I don't know if something's about to go down with Kaz or if that was Spirit's way of telling me all sorts of stuff that was going down. Right? Yeah. Do you invest, Michael? I know someone in my life that's big on stocks too. It comes and goes. But the vibe I got, like the first thing I got was extra, extra. And when I was laying in bed, I was reading. I mean, I kept seeing my reading, right? And it's like, if I was going to read that in a non-comic way, even though it's still comic because it's comic shit going down, it's just being still doing the right thing. So I just wanted to do a quick read before I jump to Patreon. So something's gonna be like a big deal, and I don't think it's the stock market that crashed. You know, it's everyday life, and for some people, the stock market, Michael, you're right, is everyday life, right? But like, I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, I don't know if it's I don't think it's just the spiritual war. It can be, but like, I just got pulled to again like talk about the revolution, yeah, something yada yada. So, something big's about to go down. But like in the 3D, like I can take one of those reads where it's like the masculine's scared to move forward, fears this, fears that, wants to keep something going, doesn't want anything to change, doesn't want to lose women or a woman, but like doesn't want to change either. It is, I almost said sexist. Okay, so I don't know what type of energy you're dealing with, but I was pulled to like things that happened right around that time that was big. So I don't know. It's like worldly events. I don't know. See, that was the first card out with one of the other reads too. And if I was going to read that as if the Queen of Wands was you guys, it was still energy of really not much going on. Whatever went down was unjust. It wasn't balanced. There was no stability. Like there was nothing there to hold on to. Not making decisions, or other energy wasn't making decisions. So I feel like there's like 4 different stories within one story. So I'm gonna try to read it that way. Right now, everything is karmic. Whether they're in the karmic situation, you're in a karmic situation. All right, so metamorphosis in winter. So like right now it's going down. And I want to say that card was also in the same reading. Okay. So this is good because I did want to read it. Wow. They're like, caught. I fucking gave you winter. Stay with it. It's like, okay. All right, so we're gonna stay with winter. Right now. Unawakens, not seeing something. See, that kind of describes what I was just trying to say. Like, regardless of how it's read, it's still not going down, right? So this was like unawakened. To me, it's like a missed opportunity, seeing it too late. I don't think you're dealing with like idiots though. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So it's like holding on tight to the past or hurt, or but it's like time to have faith. It could be a relationship or a belief. With the 8 of Swords reversed, it's slowly loosening up. It's the Hierophant, so it's either a belief or relationship. Tell me about metamorphosis. I think the official day of summer is the 21st or the 22nd. So it's like dealing with energy with the Knight of Swords reverse. That's detached, not coming from a good heart space. It's like I almost said a transfusion. It's like a metamorphosis of emotion. One more for metamorphosis. It's like that's not a happy heart space. It's not a happy soul. That's probably why the Hermit was out. So you're considering where to invest, where not to invest. That always reminds me of Toto. Five of Cups reversed, like, oh shit, why? This is no emotional investment. So that's going to change. Or you're going to take yourself out of a situation that's not changing like that. Now, this is a different vibe. See, it's ironic. It's like those were the same cards, different vibe. Three of Swords reversed, not healing. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, not seeing something, being naive. I wouldn't call it denial. I'd say more like a foolish energy. Blocking, resisting, pushing away. Sabotage. Sabotaging situations, mental confliction. So someone missed a good offer. Someone missed out on something. So I don't know if it's like someone was misled here. Yeah, it's the Seven of Cups reversed with the Ace of Wands. It's missed out. Didn't choose. Chose not to choose. Chose not to see. Chose to block themselves. Chose to restrain themselves. Chose to hold on to past pain. Chose to invest in situations that wouldn't grow. This energy was emotionally detached. There was no investment when it came to emotions, or it didn't show you any emotions. It's like having a chance to grow emotionally and choosing to invest in the wrong things. Tell me about the Hierophant. So again, it's still a religion or a belief, but it's holding you back from your dreams and what you want, your goals. Yeah, you had a very shitty scenario going on. This was somebody holding on to two people or clinging to the past or doing something, right? Because you had a soulmate and a twin. So not making decisions, investing in the wrong. This is not emotionally investing in anything. There's no growth in a situation. You needed to release a relationship or a belief or both. The hands down two people here for sure. So while you were trying to emotionally invest in a situation, somebody was emotionally investing elsewhere. That clearly did not work. So this is why everything is so karmic right now. Because somebody wouldn't clear karma. They wouldn't face their fear. They wouldn't face their emotions. They wouldn't face they didn't want to mentally be challenged. Held on to past pain and woundings and trauma, missed a really nice opportunity because they kept their options open, chose not to see it. But I don't feel like you were dealing with an idiot, guys. You were dealing with somebody who had two people to choose from. And if it really wasn't an option like that, they still kept that energy around. It's like lies, deception, cheating yourself. Tell me about the Three of Swords reversed. This is holding on to past pain for no reason. It's like letting it pierce you over and over. It's like that trauma bonding. Yeah, see, it's like not being yourself, not being realistic, not being practical, watching from the sidelines, being sneaky, being shady. It's like didn't want to see, but it's more than not wanting to see, guys. This is somebody who purposely was shady, purposely sabotaging situations, purposely keeping the mask on, not letting you get, the best of them. Seven of Cups reversed. Someone sees it clearly now, but to me, it's like it's too late with the situation here. It's too late. That song. It's too late. It might not be for some, but for some there is. Right? Abandon in divine timing. So, like I said, maybe for some, but not others. Or it's too late. You abandon them. Time's up. Divine timing. See what I'm saying? You missed out on a beautiful opportunity because you chose to invest in something that would not grow. It's like watering a dead I almost said watering a dead horse. Watering a dead tree. All because you didn't want to emotionally invest. You didn't want to release. You didn't want to let go of somebody. You wanted to hold on. Given to the wrong person. Holding on to dear life. Like it, So if you were to release, it's like a brand new idea. It's like, what's it like lighting a match? But like, to me, if you light a match, you need to burn bridges. So to me, it's almost like you got to release an idea of something. Yeah, see? The Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pens reversed. It is. It's like releasing an idea of something here. Whatever it is holding you back. You kept the match lit. And for what? Like, I don't see anything positive here. So it's like, what were you thinking? What is this Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands here is actually throwing me off because this is not like, well, yeah, you could have had that. Or to me, it's like there were so many times you had an idea. That's not like release now and you can have that. Like, that doesn't work that way. There was absolutely zero fucking work here, zero effort in a situation. Like, it's not like poof, the magic dragon here, So that's a message for somebody. If you do release, there is understanding because there's action here. Or you're starting to understand what held you back. Because I'm not vibing. I'm not vibing with that Ace of Wands, especially with the Ten of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Maybe you just won't release because you think somebody won't understand. But yeah, see, this is positive. This is a turn of events. This is like a second chance at redemption for yourself. It's like judgment for yourself. Not for one of these people. I'm not reading it like that. This is for yourself. Because here it's like you're still detached or drinking or whining. Yeah, see, Seven of Swords reversed, Seven of Wands reversed. It's like getting a little bit of dose of karma right now, too. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't like the vibe of the Ace of Wands. It's weird, but it's saying like, well, I don't read like this. You know what I mean? I mean, they could switch up the style of my reading, but like this is all like negativity and just so many things like holding you back. So why all of a sudden you release, someone's gonna understand and it's like, all right, we can go and evolve. Like, no. I mean, yeah, it's a thing, but like that's not what that's saying. And to me, it's like I keep hearing Adele, like you could have had it all. I mean, everybody still has a shot at stuff in life, guys, right? But I got the goosebumps. It's facts. But that doesn't make sense. Like reading that way doesn't make sense. Here, let me give you all the bullshit, and then bam, like that makes no sense. What's this Ace of Wands? To me, it's like you thought plenty of times of how something could go down or a future, yin yang, twin. We already have the twin there. One more for the Ace of Wands. But see, that to me is like that's something you needed to release. You were holding on to situations. Kisses unconditionally loving. To me, you could have just released a really good thing, or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this coming out of confusion. Like, see, this the read is weird right now because this is not how anything's typically read. So it doesn't make sense. And I got the goosebumps because I could read this as you missed an offer, coming out of confusion. You see it fucking clearly. It's the right time. Someone's in, someone's out. You need a loss in order to have a gain. But why would it be? Why would it come out like this? Because to me, it's like that's what you missed out on. A brand new life, a tree of life, watering the right seeds, the right situations, the right, you know what I'm saying? Unconditional love. You had someone that would have understood situations. They know how life works. You know, like the cycle of life. So to me, it's something you missed out on. Yes, to me, it's something you missed out on. It's really, I mean, that sucks. You missed out on a brand new life, someone who would have unconditionally have loved you, gave to you. So in this instance, it's almost saying that the twin flame For those who believe in twin flames, like, I believe in them, but not in the 3D. Because a twin in a 5D would be the perfect yin yang, complementing each other, union, duality, balance, unconditional love, giving and receiving, falling in love, somebody who's extremely understanding, someone who's intelligent, someone who's sexy, someone who's creative, someone who knows how to give birth. This is like the Empress tenfold with the tree of life, like massive opportunity. All because you didn't want to emotionally invest because of how something in the past went down. Self sabotage. Someone clearly sees it now, but it's like I keep getting that song. It's too late. So could it that Hierophant could be a lesson there? Like, what a shame. It's like, but the person that was on the other end of that, trust me, yours will come in. But I think you're already aware of that no matter what. Tell me about the soulmate. You had to have had a spiritual connection with somebody if it's referring to a twin there. The Nine of Coin. What is that? The Nine of Coin? Yeah. Lack of confidence, lack of self-worth. There was definitely competition. I almost feel like that should be right side up. But it's like it's the energy that held you back. It's you liked the competition or something. That's competition right there, and there's two people right there. It's like you kept reconciling with the wrong person. Like you kept going back to the past. You kept going back to the wrong person. Tell me about the twin flame. And it's like the devil and judgment reversed. So it was a false twin flame. Because this is no second chances. It was unfair. It was unbalanced. So to me, damn. Because that's like no second chances. So if you had the right soulmate, okay, because we are in the 3D, guys. Not too many people can relate to the 5D. Not showing your hands, mirror, self wounds, outer wounds, reflecting on, old wounds, being strategic, not showing your hands. Tell me about the devil and judgment. Well, you could have just lost this major opportunity if it's referring to a twin flame, guys. If that's the case, you're not getting a second chance. Girl talk, moving on, being happily single, living in the moment. Yeah, see, someone's not giving you a second chance. There's no fucking way. I think you might have actually connected with like a twin in like the 5D or a higher dimension, but it never manifested in 3D. Because this is like, again, trauma bonding, lack of confidence, you know what I'm saying? So it's not good. Give me one more for the twin flame judgment devil. Or you allowed the soulmate to interfere with a beautiful situation and nothing there was gonna grow. Let me grab one. So, and spirit knows I don't talk about twin flames like that. Like, what's the point? Twin flame, not enough, frustrated, sabotage. Yeah, it's you weren't enough. You know what I mean? Like, you were probably enough. Clearly, you were enough. You could have had it all, but right now, in somebody else's eyes, like that's not enough. Move it. So this is like I'm moving forward. I'm not hanging on. I'm happy. I'm single. I'm living in the moment. I'm not going to stay in frustration. I'm not going to stay in lack. You're not giving. You're not seeing something. You're not understanding. This is somebody that knows their worth. So some of you are dealing with a twin flame in a different dimension, but it didn't come together in 3D. You might have been together in 3D off and on with the shit chaos. Some of you met a twin, like a real twin. I got like half the goosebumps because it's like I don't even want to believe it, guys, because it's in the 3D. It's like it doesn't exist. So it's almost like it's not meant to come together as something. I'm telling you, because I don't see. I got goosebumps. Like it's like you're not meant to be. Like fuck. I don't know how to explain it. This is fucking throwing me off. Some of you were with your twin, like a real twin, but that doesn't exist in 3D. So your bond comes from like lifetimes together. Like you could have had it all. Like literally. The two of you together could have had it all. You have an energy that's not giving you a second chance. He or she comes first. You didn't give. Tired of lack, tired of frustration. You know what I'm saying? And then you have someone else shady as shit. You have a soulmate, a karmic soulmate, shady as shit. And to be honest with you, I don't think you see it. It's mind blowing. I'm baffled here. Because at the same time, I feel like you're not meant to come together. So I'm trying to process. I think someone just came in to teach you self-worth, what a relationship's supposed to be like, what love feels like self-worth, self-love, like, but it's more than that. Like, so you're always going to have that bond with somebody, but that's irrelevant right now. Where the fuck is this coming from? I can't stay. I have 20 more minutes with you guys. I have to do a video for Patreon. I didn't see this coming. It's about evolution, life. Like, There's no way you didn't see this. You're not that stupid. You allowed fear, conditioning, so many things. I mean, you were with somebody who lacked confidence, lacked. The nine of coin reverse lacks, doesn't give. Like, I just don't even understand why you would hold on to that. That has to be massive trauma bonding. There's no way you didn't see somebody right in front of you and be like, man, I know you're my person. There's fucking no way. There's no way. There's no way you didn't have dreams. Like, there's no way. There's no way. It was so fucking foolish. So foolish. My mind is blown. And it's funny because the last year, twins keeps coming in. I keep saying to you, that's a whole nother concept on my belief, right? So it's crazy. It's now in my read. So apparently, I'm going to need to have that conversation. But to me, you blew it. Someone looks at you like you're not enough. You gave nothing. That's like when I was talking about spiritual warfare last night. You gave nothing to hold on to. Someone doesn't want a second chance with you. Why? It's toxic. It's unhealthy. It's frustrating. You self sabotaged. There's lack of confidence. There's fear. There's ego. There's issues. There's jealousy. You allowed this to happen. Why would anybody want to be with someone like that? Why would you think that was attractive? You weren't authentic. You weren't your true self. You had the opportunity. There's no way you didn't realize you could be everything you wanted to be or who you wanted to be. That song that came to me. I want be who I want to be. Or something. There's no way you didn't see it. You sabotaged it. That bond will always be there though. But to me, you don't get a second chance right now. This is someone's mind that's made the fuck up. Spending time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. With you, it was like frustration, lack, self indulgence, fear, ego, issues, jealousy. Like, there's no way you didn't see this. Like, thanks, Angel, of enlightenment. There's no way. Like, this is mind blowing to me. You don't get this, guys. You don't, this is like once in a lifetime. It's the tree of life. Like, I got goosebumps. You don't get this. And you knew what you fucking had. And you see it now. This type of energy is like Empress energy upright, High Priestess energy upright. You didn't make the right judgment call. You allowed something to continuously be karmic, continuously be tempted. Like, I don't even understand. Why were you even holding on to somebody that has lack, doesn't give to you, has no confidence? I don't know what you shared. I think the only thing you shared right now is probably trauma bonding because the two of you are still mirroring your fucking old wounds. Like, what are you doing? I said that yesterday. What are you doing? It's like someone's not showing their face either. You got a feminine or masculine, whatever it is, not showing their hand, gambling. Like, there's still something shady going down with that situation that you refuse to see. There's no way you don't see her jealousy, his or her jealousy. There's two men or two women. There's no way you don't see it. So clearly you fed off of it. Clearly you're a very egotistical fucking person. You were dealing with somebody too that didn't even pass judgment. This is crazy. Because you saw it. All you had to do was release somebody that only gave you half of them anyway. So this is, at the end of the day, it's not his or her fault. At the end of the day, it's still your fault. You saw this. You fucking saw this. You chose not to emotionally invest. You chose not to transform a situation. You've been knowing this, seeing this, feeling this since last winter. But here's the thing. You always have this bond with this person. So I don't know where that's going to take you. And I'm not going to stop being a twin flame reader. I'll fucking tell you that right now because it doesn't exist in 3D. It does, but that feeling, those thoughts, that's past life. That's 5D. That's I don't know. I get goosebumps. Like I don't know how else to explain it right now. I don't know how that would come together in 3D. Like clearly you came together in 3D because you all live in 3D. But clearly it didn't come together in this lifetime once again. Neither of you called it out or you both called it out. This type of energy just doesn't give up. There's no way you were unawakened. There's no way. You chose to be a liar because if you're wearing a mask, you're not authentic. You chose to be a liar. You chose to hold on to lack of shit. It's past pain. You watch from the sidelines. You didn't do nothing. You're fucking creeping around. What a loss. I don't know how this is going to play out, but what a fucking loss right now. There's no way you didn't see that. There's no fucking way. That feeling is there. You didn't even experience half the shit that you could have because somebody else was in the picture. I don't understand what power does this chick or masculine have? Because right now, as a soulmate, it's lack. There's lack of confidence. There's lack of. I mean, this could be not being single. You could have been in a legal agreement, but it's still somebody that's like. But the twin would have known about that. You don't hide shit from the twin. And if you think you were, you're mistaken. You're trauma bonding. I don't know enough about that, but that's definitely happening. And still his energy is being shady. You fed off of it. One more, this 9 of coin reverse. Like there's something shady still going on. I don't understand why you don't see it. It's just, I don't get it. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. But then you got masked, not showing your true feelings. Gaslighting. Ascending. One more for this 9 of coin. Well, let me put it this way. Because the 9 of coin upright would be that. But see, the Grim Reaper, this relationship's over. No second chances. You had it. Someone came in to transform your life. It's the tree of life. Let's not get that twisted. Let me put that right there for you. What you missed out on. Like, I'm fucking mind blown right now. So she's shady as shit. Wanting to keep like a positive mindset with you or something. Like, I just don't understand what you don't see. There's no way this energy makes you happy. And you lost the one. I really don't. Like, I'm fucking blown away right now. I don't even have time for this shit. I gotta go to fucking work. I gotta do Patreon. Shit. I feel like I'm in the energy where I can do this all day again with you guys. I fucking love it. So, forgot about my coffee. I don't get it. Did you guys play pretend? Pretending to be happy when you're not? Like, my mind is blown right now. I don't understand what you were holding on to, whether you have family, whether you have kids, whether you have a business. Like, I don't get it. You know what's even more mind blowing? For those who have been with me, like my OGs, like you know how hard it is to let go of like a twin, like that energy. So clearly, the other twin has expanded, is vibing high, is totally on the other side of driven, right? So they probably haven't released you either, but they can't have you now either. But how did someone mistreat you so poorly when they knew you were their person or a best friend, or you know what I'm saying? But they treated you so poorly. They lied to you, they deceived you, they manipulated you, they played games with you. They they gave you zero affection when it came to like emotions. They were blocked, they were resistant, they were silent about what was going on behind the scenes, disrespectful. But yet you two engaged for a while because you would, this is energy, twin flame, guys. You get lost in the energy. But this was not somebody who was fucking stupid. They straight up sabotaged a situation with you for something that won't work out anyway. It's so weird to see it from the other end of the spectrum. I don't know what this is trying to tell us. Oh, that's cool, sweetie. I'll have to go look at your channel. So I literally, I'm so I'm just screenshotting. I'm sure I've known about this before, but the fuck did I hit with the thing here with an arrow? The fuck am I on? Portrait? Like what the actual fuck right now? Motherfucker. I needed to do Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, I love you. I'll come on real quick and figure it out. Obviously, I'm going to have to read for you later. I was pulled to do YouTube first because I wanted to take what we had on YouTube and start to read it on Patreon this week instead of Zodiacs because of the spiritual warfare. Like I needed to break down things for you. And there's so much shit that's now coming out. See, I'm losing my voice. I can't even start a read like that for you right now because it's gonna keep going. See what I'm saying? So I'm really sorry. I have to get your video later, but I'll do a little something for you. I'll come on and explain. I'm just like, I'm sorry this happened, but I was told to do YouTube first because what I wanted to, here we go again with my voice. What I wanted to do was take this read and bring it on YouTube. So throughout the week I could break things down for you. So this is a little mind blowing. I think you'd be a little mind blown too. It's because you didn't even believe in twin flames anymore. Or you believed in them, but like not to the point where like you had to have them. See what I'm saying? Like our whole perspective and concept of the twin had changed. So you actually, I think, experienced what you thought you'd already experienced, but you didn't want to believe it either. There's something on your end too. But regardless of how it went down on your end with judgment reverse and the devil, you're not fucking having it anyway. You're better off alone. It's fucking mind blowing. It's not like the average twin flame reading, guys. Like this doesn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? You had a chance to transform your life. You're dealing with somebody who is understanding, spiritual, knows how life works, knows how, like, it's fucking mind blowing that you got some chick or masculine to this energy of done. And meanwhile, you got someone shady pretending to be happy when it's like something's over. Like it's like a double life. I used that expression the other day. It's like leading a double life because you're sabotaging your life. You're lying. You're not in tune with your emotions. You won't tell anybody what's going on emotionally, what's going on in your head, what you want. You're suffering. I'm surprised you don't have ulcers because this is emotions. It's linked to your stomach. I'm surprised you don't have stomach issues, like massive stomach issues, massive. That's emotion, which is linked to your gut, and that's health. I would really consider detoxing. before your health takes a toll. You saw this. You chose to sabotage a situation. You chose not to be true and pure. But see, it sucks, and I'm not making excuses for you, but you're trauma bonding with somebody. And again, I don't know enough about that, but I know it's a powerful connection and it's toxic and it's unhealthy. Again, I'm surprised neither of you are sick. I'm surprised there's no health issues. You're trauma bonding. And it's like, I keep waiting for goosebumps. I've been saying it for days, and it's like, I'm not getting them, but it's like half goosebumps. So it's like, I guess maybe until I know the definition of it, but I know you're trauma bonding because it came out and I don't ever use that word. What is the definition of trauma bonding? Trauma bonds an emotional bond with an individual that arise from reoccurring patterns of abuse, habitual lying, reinforcement through reward or punishment. The process of forming trauma bonds is referred to trauma bonding or traumatic bonding. What does the trauma bonding mean? It's a deep emotional attachment that develops in a relationship, but it's emotional abuse. And I've been saying emotional abuse for months now. I just, what's a trauma bonding in a narcissistic relationship? When a narcissistic person repeats the cycle, or the two of you keep repeating the same abusive cycle with another person, which fuels the need for validation or love of being abused. Yeah, it's hard to get out of that. I don't know enough about trauma bonding, guys, but that's happening. My heart's like beating 1,000 miles. Like, gaslighting, form of manipulation occurs, abusive relationships, being a covert, it's emotional abuse, bullying, abusing, judgments. You think you're losing your sanity, but you're not. But someone keeps putting you in that position to think that way. But to me, when you're trauma bonding, you're both doing it. So again, I don't know enough, but I know it's happening. And I am a healer, so I don't know if that will take me in another direction too, but fuck, man. Fuck. Fuck, man. Fuck. I don't know what to say. This is fucking mind blowing right now. And somebody else, you know your worth. It's you don't even want it back. I don't know if you can fix that. I don't see blockages like that. It's like, it's just, you didn't give. You were dealing with someone like 100% fucking authentic. Was never shady. There was never any ill intent. Knows how shit works. There could have been like seduction and playful and energy you felt that might have scared you because the connection is so fucking powerful. But maybe this one lacked to tell you what something was like because they already experienced it and no longer believed in it. Because I said this to you guys before, I feel like the last situation you went into, it was like a mentor or a catalyst, but like you didn't go in spiritually. You were like, fuck that, I'm not getting hurt again, or I don't want to experience that again. But it was like the right person to experience it with, but you couldn't do it either because of what you had already went through. I know this makes sense to you guys. I fucking know it does. So I don't know how to fathom this yet. I don't think you were blind to the connection. I know you weren't, but you didn't go in it like you did before. It's a given. Some of you are, this is like a past life thing and it interrupts you like you sleep and it's not even happening in the 3D. This is fucking crazy. Some of you need to release to actually meet somebody, but you would be starting new. So you'd have a year of a shit show anyway. I hate delivering news like that, but it's the facts. Nothing's perfect overnight, right? Oh, what the fuck, man. There's so much information here. There's so many, I got goosebumps. There's so many different topics to touch base on. Oh my God. Gosh. In my head, I'm like, there's trauma bonding, there's twin flames. And then when I said God, we obviously have religion. So many things to touch base on. And I don't know enough about trauma bonding once again. That sounds pretty fucking awful. I've never had that experience, thank goodness. Sounds awful. Awful. Tell me about mask. This was you. There's no way you weren't unawakened. There's no fucking way. There's no way you didn't see this, feel this, know this. You just didn't do nothing. You chose to lie. You chose to be deceptive. You chose to be shady. You chose to stand on the outlines. You chose to block out situations because of past pain. You couldn't emotionally give to this one because you're trauma bonding with somebody else. Damn, guys. Damn. Like, again, I don't know enough about that, but I know that sounds fucking awful. Awful. That's like being stuck to cement. And I don't even think you are aware of that, but you're in a place where it's just you anyway, because you'd had enough. Maybe you made a big enough impact on somebody. Every twin makes a massive impact, whether it works out in the end or not, if you think about it. So there was a major impact. This is over. It can't last. This is living in fucking la la land. Patreon, I don't think I'm going to have time. This is going to go off in a minute. And then I got to get ready for work. So I'm going to do Patreon / something. And I will do Patreon later. I will continue this read. Or try to figure out things for you. On Patreon. Which initially is what I told you I was going to do a couple months ago and never actually started it. Which is crazy. Maybe it just needed to be the right time. And I always felt like I was taken away from YouTube by doing that. But it's almost like I don't feel bad anymore. Because if you're going to invest in me, I need to invest in you. And I can't feel bad being like, sorry, guys, I can't tell you what's going down afterwards. Because I always try to get it in within the reading anyway. Because I'm an awesome person. I love you guys. So I got to figure out how to, I don't know. I'll figure it out though. I mean, you really can't go wrong for $2 a week to get a few readings. And you're supporting the channel. You know what I'm saying? So for those that are like on Patreon. It's really about supporting me. It's not about the money like that. That's why I love you guys. You guys I really do truly. I do appreciate you guys. Like I feel like I can cry. Like you really do just like it's supporting me. Yeah, it's just the craziest thing. It's beautiful. But you guys know I'll figure it out. You're just waiting. And in the meantime, you get enough off of Patreon. So anywho, I think that's how it's gonna go down, how I start fixing things. Because I can put my seal on Patreon. You can't take from that. It's only a matter of time before I recreate. I feel it. It's exciting. So glad I didn't stress along the way. I'm so glad you guys were patient along the way. All right, tell me about mask. And even if you're not a Patreon member, I know you appreciate me. Trust me. I just got sidetracked because I was so excited to do Patreon and in like a certain way off of reading off this, but this is not anything that can be rushed. I got goosebumps. Like this is not something that can be rushed. You got such lack of respect with something so pure. It is, and I don't even think it's painful anymore. If anything, it would be painful on the other side. That for this energy it's not painful. It probably was painful, but you're more like, I want my blessing. I'm not hanging around for this bullshit. I taught you better. I taught myself better. We taught each other. You went through that growth with me. I don't take all the credit there. Plenty of nights I spent with you guys. Plenty of times crying. It's beautiful. Tell me about mask. Check up on your kids too. There was a message last night. There's a lot of things we don't want to talk about. I meant to text my kids, like literally I had the conversation in my head. I wanted to be like, all right, the energy is a little fucked up. We have this going on and yada yada, but not getting into it. Talking about the eclipse. I want to make sure my girls are doing okay. It was like I was gonna text Lonnie and Jade at the same time, and then I thought, do I text them separately? But I understand they're each going through their own thing and mom's here. And we forget to do that because sometimes it's uncomfortable or we get sidetracked, or you know what I'm saying. But don't forget about your babies. Don't forget about your animals. Everybody's feeling this energy. Make sure you're giving to the right energy. Make sure you're checking in. I feel like there's a very uncomfortable situation. It needs to be addressed. I don't know what that's about either. But I know that's a message for you guys too. Because we slack as parents. And I can own that. I don't want to touch base on uncomfortable situations, or I feel like it's a bad time, or I can wait until tomorrow. It's a conversation that needs to happen in person, and then it gets dismissed, and then it's like shit builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. You don't want like a massive release like that, and I don't think it's going to be a massive release like that. I do feel like a majority of your children are okay. I think it's more you, but I don't know if there's neglect. Because sometimes I can even neglect my kids without realizing it. Like last night was so chaotic. By the time I went to bed, the kids were in and out, and it's like 10:30, 10:18. Caden came in, like, love you, mom, going to bed. I felt like I neglected my kids. I know this job is just as important to get me to where I need to be as well. And I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a message for you guys too, not just fucking me. And I believe I'm a beautiful, wonderful mom, but it's like I did neglect the kids last night. But they probably don't feel neglected, but I felt like I neglected them. I talked to you about 3 hours of a very important topic, and I still went to the market for them. So I know it's not reversed and they feel lack from me. I know it's not like that right now. But it is a message. Even if your kids are away at school, or like just, hey, hey, like every once in a while, like every other day, if not every day, I'm like, I'll do a group message to Lonnie and Jade because I talk to Mia every morning and tell her to have a great day. It's the same routine every day with me and her and the girls. I like, have a great day, ladies. Miss you. Have a great day at work. And at some point, they all both reach out. You too. Love you. Thank you. And I also feel like my mom's been trying and trying and trying, and I'm not dismissing, but I don't acknowledge it. It's hard for me to acknowledge it. That's my own shit, my own karma with her, and I don't know what it is. Got a lot of messages coming out, guys. And I think it has to do because it's a mask. But I do feel like it's the other energy, but like, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have our shit, guys. I'm not fucking perfect. And my mom knows like how she was certain stuff, and it's her shit. And she's like, man, it's like I was the one that was eye-opening for her. And it's like that F is there. She wants it. She doesn't want shit to go down like it did with her mother. Like, I'm telling you, I'm the one struggling to acknowledge the love. So I'm telling you, it's like breaks my heart saying it. But I've always known there was massive karma between me and her. And I don't know what it is. And I never want to acknowledge it. And I love it to death. And I know that's why I had to come home. I know that's why I was put in a situation. I've been saying that for years. So I know I have to address that too, because I'm starting to feel bad for not acknowledging it. And you guys, like, you know me. I'm the most loving, outgoing, like, do. But like with her, love her to fucking death. But there's something there. And I think it's conditioning. It's like her thoughts on like how she thinks I should do something or how I've been. And it's like, man, how do you not fucking see me? Taking me to doctors as a child, like, I'm telling you, I could cry. Like, there was nothing wrong with me. Another reason why I came on YouTube is like, she just didn't want to accept I was different, which is mind blowing because she was so different. And she got caught up in society and conditioning. I'm telling you, that's my own shit. But this is happening with you guys, with so many things. It's fucking crazy. And the thing is, I didn't even feel neglected as a kid. That's the crazy thing. Because I chose to just do. I don't even know how to explain it. Can you see me? But I love you guys. I'm not the only one that is like, it's time to acknowledge this shit, guys. Life is fucking short. What's the big deal? Live your fucking life, you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. I love my mom. She loves me. But like, damn, like some of the shit I experienced, like, what's wrong with you? You know how many times I heard that? Nothing's fucking wrong with me, guys. Fuck, man. And they say a lot of kids that, you know, they're diagnosed with ADD, and it's not. It's spiritual. It's other stuff. Like, it's like you just choose not to see it. And the more I get older, it's like I started this or I went into that, and she's like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that," but she was always so intrigued with this. It's like following in her footsteps, but in a different way. It's the craziest fucking thing. I definitely broke conditioning. So this mask is like, that's for everybody right now. Everyone. In this situation, it happens to be this energy, but there was so much that just came in with just that. And I didn't even finish the read. And I mean, fuck, we got 9 minutes. I gotta go to work. Trust me, I'd love to do this full time. I can't do it. I can't do this full time yet. Fucking society, man. I need to stop banking in certain ways, and I need at least 2 more months of pay stubs. But then I also have to move. So I can't do it yet. And that drive is back. Oh man. So there's also conditioning. We knew this through spiritual warfare yesterday. And it's just like a little message, like don't forget about the kids or the animals or your friends, because we can all do that sometimes. But honestly, like I'm good, guys. Like honestly, this would be me. Moving on, happy, living in the moment. So don't worry about me. No matter who you are, like you'll always have stuff here and there. But it's stuff that also needs to be cleared. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody. Yeah, maybe that's just like you. Nobody understood them, which makes this even more bittersweet because it's like, again, was missing out on an opportunity of like a Gemini twin, 2 peas in a pod. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with somebody extremely empathic that clearly understands. You underestimated somebody. This is a bittersweet reading because right now this energy is like, fuck no. And that's already over. You can't go back to that. You could settle with whatever it is, but that's trauma bonding. That's Jesus. And I keep using God and Jesus. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's religious, because to me, spirituality is not religion. It's a form of religion, but it's not religion. It's your own belief. I almost wanted to continue this later, but you know me, I fucking hate leaving the cards out like this. I don't like leaving energy out like this. And when I stack them in the deck, I make a little pile. It's still leaving the energy. I always have to like put them like within, you know what I mean? So I gotta wrap this up. Tell me about mask. I mean, we know what this is anyway. See, it's almost like it won't let me stop because it's the mask. It's everybody. It's not just one individual. It's fucking every human being, every spiritual being, every whoever. Because realistically, it's like you can't tell me you didn't see this. This was you not giving. This was you blocking your soul, mental pain, anguish. But I don't see how, like, you were blocking it, but you're sharing mental pain and anguish with the wrong person. Like it's fucking mind blowing. And it's like lying to yourself, sabotaging situations, watching from the sidelines, doing nothing. You saw it. You missed out on a beautiful opportunity. It's clear as day, but it's too late because you didn't just see it. It's too late. Like, but again, it pulls me to the same message. You always have that bond, but it doesn't matter. Like people just don't get it. It doesn't matter if you're not being treated. If you're being treated poorly, trust me, that it's irrelevant whether you guys have a bond or not. It takes 2 people to keep a bond alive. Trust me, this one's not going to keep a bond alive. It was affecting someone's health. It was stunting someone's growth. And it's no offense, but I mean, seriously, that's what happened. All because you didn't want to acknowledge your feelings? I mean, come on. Give me a fucking break. That's some fucking shit. That's some ego right there. This is double life, double standards. There's womanizing here. There's racism here. You don't know somebody like you think you know somebody. But that was somebody's all ego. You didn't see it, or you saw it, or you chose not to acknowledge it because you didn't need to acknowledge it because it's linked to conditioning. It's not your fucking job anymore. You stayed in this scenario long enough. It's truly time to get out if you haven't. To me, you already have. Hanging out with friends, moving on, living in the moment. There's nothing more important than living in the moment. I thought about waking Sheldon up today, but I got to work till 6. I got to go to the gym. I got to do Patreon. I got to come back probably for you guys. I know I'm going to pull all-nighters all week. I almost came on at 2 in the morning to read for you guys. It's the craziest feeling. I'm telling you, that urge is back. It's almost like I don't even need to sleep. I got 4 hours of sleep and I'm like wide awake. And the kids are at my ass because I didn't go to the gym yesterday, but I told them I had to do Patreon, but I couldn't do Patreon because I knew it was important to do YouTube first, which makes sense because it brought out the spiritual warfare. And now there was a twin. Like, what the fuck? There was a real twin. I don't think this will happen again, guys. Like in your lifetime. Like maybe your kids' generation, but not with you guys. If you already experienced a false and then there was like a true, but you didn't see it because of the false. I don't even know how to fucking explain it, but I'm telling you, I know I'm right. I got the goosebumps. It was meant for you not to see it. It was meant for the other person not to see it either like that either in a way. It's like they saw it, but it wasn't like this time you didn't go in and explain it to somebody. You didn't explain how spirituality works. Like you were exhausted. You wanted nothing to do with it. It was like a clean break. It was a break for you. And it ended up being a twin. But at the end, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you still know your worth. If anything, it's like it's just a shame. It's so crazy. There's no way you didn't see it. It's such bullshit. You're basically saying you didn't see it. You sabotaged the situation. But I get now and I understand, but I don't know how you break that bond. I don't know if she or he was powerful enough to break that bond. If a healer came in and broke that bond, because Jesus, trauma bonding, fuck, man. My OGs had to have a powerful aura, you're a powerful being to break it. You're a healer. You're like, you don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to be this. You don't like it. I know you guys know what I mean. There's Taurus here. Strong Taurus. There's a strong Venus energy here. Didn't Taurus just realign? It's a strong Taurus, which the propensity of Taurus pulls me straight to stubborn, but there's something with Taurus. This is Taurus. What's going on with Taurus right now? What's going on with Venus? Anybody know what's going on with Venus right now? Something's going on with Venus. Or it's the Taurus in your chart, but it's fucking strong. I look at that as like belief, but that was the first arcana. It's actually the only arcana besides like that. It doesn't matter if there's sun, moon, rising, like that. That's not a thing. That's not what I'm trying to say. Like it's something with Venus. Does anyone know what Venus is right now? Venus will go retro in Capricorn till March soon. Okay, that makes sense. It's going retro. Venus will go retro. All right, I want to say it's like any day because this is Venus. And Venus rules almost every aspect. Your finances, your health, your love life, priority. And it's actually going into Capricorn. So that's going to be tough. North and South nodes are switching into Taurus and Scorpio. That makes sense because your North and your South node, like that's the path you guys walk. Oh, Scorpio is linked to it too. Damn. It's like resurrection. But that's a beautiful thing. It's like what a perfect time for a spiritual warfare too. They have all this other energy working with them. It's powerful because when they finally shake on it, the gods decide, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but if the bad overpowers, there's gonna be some shit that goes down with Mama Earth. That's not good. They're gonna have a year or two to destroy so the light can come in and recreate. So I don't know what's about to happen. I got the goosebumps. I really don't know. It's like spiritual goosebumps. It's like up my spine. Because I don't know. No one knows. We don't know. But sometimes you need the dark. Like I'm working with light and dark right now, but the dark protects me because I've learned to work with it. See what I'm saying? So the dark is not bad. Demonic is bad, but there's a difference between dark and demonic. And then I mentioned 1920s. Extra, extra, read all about it. Whatever it is big and earth shaking. Hope it's not an earthquake. I think it's more like disaster, devastation. I know there's another surge of the pandemic, but that really comes in with our kids' generation. And that's years down the road when they have kids or right before they have kids. And I told you the way to save yourself there is not the fucking vaccine, it's your health. And I came across, did I screenshot it? I came across something the other day and it was, I don't know if it was a study. It was early 1900s. See, once again, it was like that. And there was something massive going on, but he was teaching Pilates. Was the guy's last name Pilates? I want to say he was teaching Pilates. And came across this tree the other day. Absolutely, Jingsu tree. I don't know, Japan. He was teaching Pilates. Oh yeah, I just said that with the Capricorns. When people are waiting for your downfall, but you're a goat, Capricorn season. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll post it so you can see it. Okay. I didn't. I want to say Pilates. So the guy that created Pilates, was his last name Pilates? The guy that created Pilates, was his last name Pilates? I think it had to do with Pilates. But at the end of the day, Joseph Pilates, 1883 to 1969, a German physical trainer. Here we go with German again. Didn't German come in the other day with the successor? So basically, I don't know where it is, but I'll tell you right now. When he did that study, nobody got sick because they were physically, mentally, and emotionally equipped. Like the brief history of Pilates, like there was something with like German-born engineer, Britain American, loves the approach exercise and the body conditioning of early decades of the last century, ranged from classical Roman Greek exercise and bodybuilding. See, there's something with Roman Greek that came in yesterday, so I'm gonna have to look into this because it's not a coincidence that I just read this thing the other day. And I'm telling you, this has to do with our children when it attacks again. Do I feel like there's different strains that are coming in and shit's gonna close down and the kids are gonna be out of school again? Yeah. Yep, I do. But that's not the big surge. So many messages, guys. So many messages that are hidden, that are blocked. But you're going to see it. But again, it's too late. But it could just be too late right now. It doesn't mean that it's too late in the future. But right now, it's too late. Lessons need to be learned. You need to do what's best for you. And apparently somebody along for the ride is not helping. Because this one already started doing what's best for them. That's a no right now. 2 major arcana. That's a no. It's a hard no. You can't maneuver around that. I do feel like there's energy that's going to come in and try to maneuver. It's like the energy of last night where it's like that masculine energy that doesn't want change, but doesn't want to release you either. It wants to keep things exactly the way it is, but there's no growth. It doesn't work that way. It's like they're doing what's best for them to benefit them, which is not even best for them. It's like you're past it. I don't even need to go there. That's why I said I hope everybody else is just vibing on a higher level, because those 2 individuals or whoever that was referring to is like they can't even fucking get into the driver's seat. Let's try this again. I just want one card for the unawakened 6 of Swords. Yeah, to me, so that's ego. That's not victory. That's ego. Sitting right next to that too is ego. And now you got the Queen of Swords. What the fuck is she doing here? With the Emperor. 4 of Wands reversed. 2 of Cups. Ace of Coin. It's a shit show. It's a fucking shit show. Like I said, it's like no one's in the fucking driver's seat. Except for the people that are vibing higher. So it's all ego. Ego blocked it. Wanting to win has blocked something. Wanting to conquer has blocked something. Someone's ego has blocked something. You could have had victory. You could have had it all. Healthy choices, making healthier choices, loving life, self-care, being happier. It's like you could have had it all. Now you have to. Now you're faced with making healthier choices in life. You can't stay in that either. That's how you win. By making healthier choices. Someone is just so conditioned on how something was supposed to go and it didn't work, so they're just hoping to like end something kosher. You don't get to have kosher endings all the time. Like it's let go of the fucking control. Yeah, see the 8 of Cups reversed. It's like cycles being repeated over and over and over, wanting to go back, wanting to leave, not leaving. But it's reversed. It's like cycle after cycle. Like no, Knight of Cups reversed. There's an emotional blockage, or there's an addiction, or it's like here we go again, like juggling. Like nope, you lost it. You had a chance to find yourself, and you had beauty next to you the whole time. The self-indulgence here, it pulled me back to self-indulgence. Fuck, man. You let someone be an option. You treated somebody like they were an option. It's like that was your harvest. There's wine in there. I'm not saying you can't have it back, but you certainly can't have it right now. You're not making the right choices for you. You don't get to have back a blessing when you treated it like shit. That's an 8. It's like you just keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over. It's like, what the fuck? Over and over and over. You have no choice but to ascend. Everything's going to be taken from you. Or from this group of collective, like, or somebody else is ascending. And when somebody else ascends, that they're not staying around to see how this plays out. Believe that. You're emotionally detached. You're juggling. Too focused on work, other things. You got the Queen of Coins. You got the Queen of Swords, like the Emperor. Like, what the fuck? Like, who do you think the fuck you? Like, who do you think you are? It's mind blowing. Cocky, stubborn. Damn. Trust me, whoever was in this group of collectives with the tree of life and the understanding, and like, your blessing will come. Trust me. And I just asked what the ascending is. Insane chemistry, liking each other, having fun. So some of you will push through. But to me, that's like taking control of... To me, that's being in the driver's seat. The 8 of Cups reversed is not in the driver's seat. So things around you are ascending while you feel abandoned. You're dealing with karma. You're seeing things clearly, but you have no choice but to stay in it. It's part of your karma until you figure it out. There's something emotionally, there's something physically, not even physically, there's something emotional for you to figure out. Because what needs to be transformed is your emotions. So it's for you to pick up on stuff, and sometimes that takes a little while and it's painful. So until you follow your passion, until you follow your soul, until you break conditioning, like, you will not ascend. Things will not get good. Your money, your love life, everything is... Your gut was already telling you something. So it's not like you were naive. Like I said, you weren't naive. You fucking weren't. It's an act. Here we go again. Back to the mask. Exactly. It pulled me right to it. You chose to block. You chose to push away. You chose to resist your feelings. You chose to, until you follow your soul. This is linked to emotions. Yes, this group of collectives is emotionally detached, which makes sense because you're in your ego, right? But it's so much bigger than that too. It's whatever you need to learn when it comes to that, and it makes sense because the Hermit was the major arcana last night. Shit, I just thought about something. I hope I didn't have to be at work for 9 o'clock, because if I had to be at work for 9, I'm screwed. It's a half hour to get there. All right, 9:30. Fuck, man. So they're starting with the number 9. So yes, you're probably stuck at the number 9 for a little while. Somebody else is just like ascending. There was too much lackluster, addiction. You had a taste of something beautiful and you chose to ignore it, and now you're getting a taste of your own medicine. And there's nothing intentional here with the other energy. It's not like, haha, it's not like that. You're not dealing with someone like that. You're dealing with somebody who completely understands, but you underestimated somebody and you took advantage of a situation and you didn't appreciate what you had in front of you. You allowed trauma bonding and some other type of relationship to hold you back. Emotional manipulation. Oh yeah, that all came into place. What did I read? I just read something like it was on my phone, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we were reading about trauma bonding. But I think it was something else after that. It's like you do not get to proceed or to come back until you align with your higher self. It's all about your soul because the hermit was out last. It's all about your soul. It's all about it's linked to your emotions. The lesson here was your emotions because you've been trauma bonding or there's trauma as a kid. Like your emotions have been messed up since a kid, and because I talked about my mother, right? So this it's deep. I don't want to take this lightly, but there's a lesson that has to do with your emotions, and until you ascend and you get in tune with what your soul wants, you're gonna be stuck in very dark energy, very unhealthy energy, very weak energy. You're risking your health at this point. It's affecting your abundance. It could start to affect your money. And I know, Michael, you mentioned the stock market, but yeah, if people are investing in crops just came to me, weed, like the market didn't just crash because of the collective here. It crashed, well, it could have, but like not like how it just sounded. It crashed because it was everybody was aligned to go through this. It's in your Akashic records. See what I'm saying? It was meant to happen. Things were meant to continuously crash because it's like living in la la land, pretending everything's happy, pretending everything's good. Like it's gonna start affecting your money, your happiness, your health, your emotions is key to success in life. To be in tune with who you are and what you want and be able to express is makes you a successor. Nobody can stop you. I'm all the way up. You know what I'm saying? That's someone's major lesson here is following your soul. So you know you had a taste of it and now you're getting a taste of your own medicine and it's not deliberate, it's not ill. Someone came in and showed you what love was, what it feels like. It's like your whole concept of a relationship has changed. But I don't, that must be scary and intimidating. I don't know if you think someone's doing magic on you. Think about that intensity when you first had your false twin. That other energy of the real twin or whatever's happening there is feeling that. But it's like you're not even aware of it. Like, you know, there's fear there, but like, you're not in tune with that energy because you tuned that out before you stepped into this. And good thing you did. Everything went down exactly the way it was supposed to go down. This is a massive lesson of your own emotional happiness, your soul. It affects your soul. You can't live a happy life if you're not happy, if your soul is not pure and authentic and it's facts. It's a massive lesson that has to do with your emotions and Venus your entire life. Every aspect will now be affected because you've been pretending to be happy in a situation that will not grow. You're watering a plant that will not grow. You're trying to be besties with somebody, and it's like, no, you're not. You're not. There's no bestie situation between you and somebody when it's like it's the Grim Reaper. No second chances. Time like what it is that's like screaming at you. Gotta make like I say, yeah, see, healthier choices. What's best for your soul and your gut. There's no way this is not affecting your health. Emotional manipulation with this it's damn trauma. See what I'm saying? Your lesson here is to follow your soul. You had opportunities to follow your soul and you treated someone like an option. And for what? For you to feed your ego? It was meant to crash and burn. Just like if the stock market crashed and burned, you were meant to be aligned with the stock market to crash and burn. Hopefully you pulled out, or whatever the case may be, you invest elsewhere. It will grow again. Mark my words. There will be a shit ton of blessings if you do the right thing. And you won't see that now, but you start to feel it when you start to slowly detach from old conditioning thoughts, what you thought. I gotta be at work at 9:30. Holy fuck. All right, guys. Holy shit. Oh my God. This is how I know I can do this all day again. Oh my God, I'm gonna be late. There's no way. Too late. I mean, they're gonna understand it's not a big deal, to be honest with you. I've never been late. Never been late to work. It's not like I'm gonna rush, but I didn't even make a sandwich, guys. Like, honestly, for realsies. But I feel like I just want to take my time there and be cautious. I think I'm just gonna hit my manager up and be like, can you let them know I'm gonna be 15 to a half hour late? Wow, I got the goosebumps. I've never been late. It's not a big deal. No one's gonna be pissy, trust me. But I don't like the feeling of having to rush behind it either. So I'm just gonna hit up my manager. But damn. My work's a half hour away. I was supposed to be there at 9:30. It's 8:55. My ass is dirty. No deodorant on. I brushed my teeth. What the fuck? All right, well, it is what it is. Don't rush today. That might be a big message for you too. Don't rush. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Be late a half hour. Apologize to your coworkers. Seriously, for real. If that message is like that and that just happened, do not rush. Be aware of your surroundings, especially with the eclipse and all this fucking energy.